Hi everybody, welcome back to my second art video this year. It's going to be an update of some of the projects I've been working on, modeling on a budget, I suppose. So it's going to go through some of the ones that I've been working on and some new ones I started. This is the house from the last video. It's just a toy I got at a thrift store, and I went ahead and primered it, and I started to paint. I kind of dry brushed this brown color on there. It might have been Tamaya dark yellow. I'm not quite sure, but when I started doing it, I think I want to use my airbrush on it. I have a Pache one, and I don't know. It's either I'm really bad at mixing the paint the right consistency, or it's just not a very good airbrush. I think it's the VL series, and it's just almost more trouble than it's worth a lot of times. But for something this big, it'd be a lot faster, and I could do some cool things. I really liked how the rain would fall down. I think I'm gonna go with like a snow theme. I have either one or two more of these, so I think I'll do one that looks like it's covered in snow. It'd be pretty cool. Might have to get some glue some snow on there or something. But I'll probably just wait until spring to do this one when I can go out in the garage and airbrush it right. So there's that one. The next thing was this Ninja Turtles. This is a Raphael from Ninja Turtles. It was a McDonald's toy, and I kind of modified it. He had these little things that came out, so I took those off, and I had primed it and just did a base coat. And when I was doing it, I wanted to see what it'd be like to make if he had black insignias instead of the colored ones. I like it, but kind of the problem with this new series is they have these kind of wrappings around their arms, so it's kind of too much black right now. So I might have to rethink my plan here. Maybe make the arm things kind of like a real dark brown. I kind of like the black. It looks kind of neat. Use a real light base coat there, so I got to do another couple coats to get it on there. But that's kind of what it would look like if I would. Anyways, but so I got a lot to do on this one. Probably gonna take off the back thing there. This project's gonna take a little while. There's some seams on the legs that I don't really care to fill in because it's just a McDonald's toy. And what I did with another Ninja Turtles was I kind of painted spots on it, so it kind of covers up some of the lines. So I'll probably do the same thing. Another Ninja Turtle toy. This is from the same, I think, series from McDonald's, and this one he's on it kind of looks like a skateboard, but it's probably a snowboard now I think about it. I painted this one in more of the traditional 90s color schemes. I just primed it, and I didn't do this in the video before. I just primered it and did two base coats of green and one of the red there. And these are just real primary colors. I used Tamaya flat red. That's a real old bottle too there. And then here's part green for him. This makes a good color for if you're doing a Hulk model kit. I used them for that. I don't think they sell these. It's kind of hard to find these big bottles anymore. Last time I went to some hobby stores. Another thing I might try to do on this one is to cut off his helmet, and maybe it didn't seem like it would be that hard just to cut it off, and then probably have to sculpt it back in. But I really don't like the helmet. It doesn't look like it would add any protection really, and it just looks kind of nerdy, I guess. And this is Raphael, and he's always the one who was like the most dangerous and took the most risks, so it doesn't make sense that he would have a helmet. It'd be more like if Donatello, if it was Donatello, it'd make sense. But I didn't see this Raphael because he's got the size, and it was originally red. They like the skateboard in the show, so I think I might just add some simple wheels on the bottom, make it into a skateboard instead. You can press his leg, and he bends up, which is kind of neat. So that's another one. These are some other ones these are some of the, what are they called? They're like these little muscle figures. They're from the 80s or whatever. Two are from that, and then the other ones are these slug zombies. I had painted these before, and I think they're on my site as well. But the problem was I was about done with them, but I forgot what paints I used, so I couldn't really easily go back and blend it to finish it all the way. So I figured I'll just start over. And then a box of random things here. Nothing much else. I stripped the paint off this thing, but it's very brittle, and it's really hard to make out what it is. So I might just scrap these little tree things here. I mean, like, really get up close, there isn't any real detail in those. So this is kind of like a transformer that's a panda, I guess. It's kind of like this real weird plastic, so I tried to primer it before and it didn't stick to it, so I might try that again sometime. This is another Transformers toy. I mean, there's a lot of detail in this, and it's really nice, but it's almost like too much work. I just want to get something done, I guess. Here's this little guy too. The car model kits I started, but I kind of lost interest because, like I said, I can't airbrush right now. So I don't know. I assembled the bottom somewhat, and I was gonna prime that, paint black on that, just with a spray can. There's some other ones. The Speed Racer car I sanded down. We got to put another coat of primer on it and see how it looks. I don't know what color for the interior yet, but I primered it. And just to paint the black, the bottom there of the Speed Racer. Here's the gun from that cheap army man from the dollar store. And for him, I was going to make it kind of realistic, but I decided a better idea would be to make him into, make like a Star Wars figure. So he's kind of be like a rebel pilot, so he's got the orange jumpsuit. I kind of inspired, like, you've heard the new movie, what the pilots might look like, since they have more roles, I guess, so they have more, you know, he's got grenades, and he's more equipped instead of just the flight suit, and it still kind of looks like a flight suit. If I was real ingenious, I could sculpt like a panel or something there.